Bible app is found on First John chapter 3, verse 16, and it says, "We know what real love is because Jesus gave up his life for us. So we also ought to give up our lives for our brothers and sisters." I read it one more time. Book of First John chapter 3, verse 16, it says that we know what real love is because Jesus gave up his life for us, so we also ought to give up our lives for our brothers and sisters. What do I understand about this verse? I understand that pretty much for a human being, everything has to be surrounded by love. Love in every single aspect of our lives, for the people around us, but most of all for ourselves, because if we're not filled with love, how can we give it out? If you don't have it inside you, there's no way that you can give it out for your brothers and sisters. And it doesn't mean only, you know, for your mom and dad, family, brother and sister, right? Can be for a friend, love for a friend, love for your parents, love for every human being out there, love for your co-workers, etc., etc. So I'd like to start with the verse of the day because we need Jesus, we need the word. And as a Christian, I do really have to share this. And hello, good morning. So today I'm going to be teaching you guys about addiction and habits and bad, but most of all, bad habits. Because if I say the word habit, you might have good habits. So you're good, right? No problem. I have my good habits and I practice them all the time. No problem. So this is health coaching where I'm going to be a guide for you to help you understand the mobility that your body requires for us, for you to live a better quality of life. So the title of today's class is How Do You Stop or break it, cut it out, a bad habit or addiction? And let me fix my thing over here. And I have this because this color means yellow, right? It means joy. I said, let me just put a little something different there for today's class. All right, what is your addiction? I'm going to ask to you, what is your addiction? What is your bad habit? That thing that we do constantly, every day, over and over. But that addiction or bad habit is really putting that stumbling block on front of us to prevent us from achieving a better quality of life. Like I said, this class is about health care, which is exercise, eating better, stop to say, like, to help you to stop saying, because some people, my clients, they say, I don't like to cook. Well, if you keep saying that you don't like to cook, you're saying it already, right? You do not like it. So you will not like it. So you want to have to cut that saying, because actually what we say, it is really, really powerful. Okay. So the question that I have for you is, how do you think you can stop, stop you from making today is Wednesday. Today is my morning that I'm kind of here. This is organically from my office. I do massage therapy and I'm a personal trainer. And this is training. And I have to help you out with these words today, which is practice. These two words, right, that are so powerful, but we ignore them. And those words are related to breaking a bad habit or an addiction in every single aspect. But the word practice and training, they are the key. Because when you have a bad habit, you want to practice for one day to stop doing that bad thing. And I kept saying bad, 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 because it is not good for you. Okay. I don't know what it is, right? And then you want to practice that for at least a day and see how your body will feel, your mind, your brain, from not doing it just for one day. practice and train yourself. So you have to keep going, training yourself to be able to get to the point where you're going to be free from that addiction and habit. But this is the key point for today. You know what I'm saying? But what I wanted, I also wanted to say, and this is a practice where, well, this is teaching where you have to read and talk and all that. So I had to train myself and practice. And as those people that they say, I don't have time to exercise, this is how you do it. You practice, you mess up, but you have to keep going. Okay, anyways, what do you think that is stopping you, right, from making better decisions regarding what? Your health and well being? Let me ask you another question. Do you realize that we are aging every day and the opportunity that we had today, maybe we will not have it tomorrow? You know what I'm saying? Yes, you know, right? That's why if you have the time to do that good thing for yourself today, you want to make sure that you do it today. Why? Because tomorrow, probably challenges, emergencies, feelings, emotions, you got sick all of a sudden over the night, and you will not be able to do the thing, right? So I have talked on my last live streams during this class here about time. You want to use your time as an advantage to help you accomplish those goals. I don't know what your goal is, but today we're going to keep talking about bad habits and addictions. All right. So let me stop here for a little second and remind you guys that the classes are every Wednesday at 8:30, but in January, we'll move it to 12 at noon, 12 p.m., right? For about 30 to 40 minutes. And we also have in January, and by the way, that's Easter time, 12 in January. So I'm just trying to remind to you all what's going on. And as for in December, we'll keep the class at 8:30 in the morning. So we also have in January, guess what? Cooking classes with me from home, live stream, of course. And as a reminder as well, I'm not a nutritionist. I am not a doctor. I am just a massage therapist with over 9 years of experience. And I've done thousands, I will say, of massages on my massage table. And the experience that I have is what I'm sharing with you. And of course, the knowledge, okay? Because I've been massaging the human body part by part for 1 hour, for an hour and a half, for 30 minutes, even for 10 minutes with touch massage that can amazingly change a muscle, the tissue, bringing circulation to the area, oxygen to the tissue, and so on. All right? So just bear with me as we keep going with the class today. So, going back to that question, how do you stop or break a bad habit or addiction? So I have three key points for you that will, I want those things to make you think, okay, I'm lacking this right here, this little thing, and I need to just get rid of it. Okay? Because, oh, I just get up in the morning, dressed up, I don't care about what I'm going to eat. I just start my car and go. You have to have a plan. If you want to lose weight, because guess what? A lot of people, they lose weight, but they gain it back. And I can tell you why, okay? I can tell you why. It is not that complicated. But let me keep going. So let's talk let's talk about, I have three key points, but I want to do a review regarding the last class. Last Wednesday, we discussed the different types of addictions or bad habits, but mostly addiction. Like we can be addicted to eating way too much. We can be addicted to even laziness, to drinking way too much coffee. There are a lot of people out there, they drink way too much coffee, do not drink enough water. Their body gets so dehydrated, and that brings a lot of health problems. But they go to the doctor. What's going on with me? Blood test, blah, blah, blah. They can take medication, but it is just drink less coffee, drink more water, so that the body can that can the hydration can help your body to detoxify, and everything will go with the flow like that. It's just the normal. Like our bodies, they need enough water intake, and I'm not talking about um, drinks. Oh, but I had some coffee and it has water. Just stop it. Okay, because you know what's going on with water, and it is very highly in caffeine and all that, and then people put sugar, and then they eat like maybe a piece of bread, and they think in the morning they get full, so they skip breakfast. So they're lacking protein, they're lacking enough calories for the day, and then they eat a big meal because they don't get, I mean, the brain cannot think, the brain cannot make right decisions like that. So they gain weight, and then they wonder why in the world. It is that simple, right? So then we talked about addiction in the last class, and the other one that I can mention is people that think, for example, smoking, I have to smoke because it's going to help me with my stress. We also talked about working too much, workaholic, you know, all of those things that we struggle with, those little, sometimes it's that little, okay? Those life practices are the ones that are really messing up with our well-being. There is not a secret. There is not like a science that will come to your house and tell you what's wrong with your trauma, with your brain, with why you're not making better decisions. Why so many people have frozen shoulder, diabetes, high blood pressure. They have a lot of neck, back problems, spine issues, disease in general. Why elderly, they keep falling and breaking a bone, and then it is so hard to recover. And I have in Dominican Republic, I am from the Dominican Republic, right? So I had a neighbor that she fell, elderly, right? And she couldn't get up again from the wheelchair, right? Why is it? Well, I can tell you why. Very low mass, muscle mass. There is not a good mobility in the body, because if you do not stretch your hip, you're locking out, that is locked. The hip is locked. So if you don't have a good range of motion, you're more prone to falls. I exercise really good and I can fall myself, but the probability, hello Rosemary, is low. And then if I fall, because I have a really good muscle mass, because my joints are great, because I'm so hydrated, my circulation is great, my oxygen towards my muscle, because I rest good, that can help me to recover my bones, to bring them back to normal. So if you didn't listen to that to last week's class, I want to encourage you to go back then and listen to that class, because we really dig deep into emotions, into traumas when you were little. Where did you come from? And I talked about this before here, but I have to say it again, again, again. You don't want to be in fear. If you are in fear, it is because something happened before that you're just not letting go. And remember, some people just say, just let it go and you'll be right. Okay. I was reading that book where this guy says, I was hate, he will have so much hate for his dad, even though he didn't even, know his dad. Once that he went to the cemetery where his dad was, his dad body, um, he said, hello, you just talk to the body there, or bones, whatever it was. That person, whoever wrote the book, that person said that after that he was free and he could release that hate that was inside him, that was making, just preventing him from living a better quality of life, living life for a reason, with a purpose, with joy. Okay? And that is so beautifully. Okay? So I want you to think about, what is the problem? What is it that I do not let go so that I can move forward to make better decisions? And being busy, 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 busy is another problem as well. I lost weight, but guess what? I have a big family at home. I have a job that is, it requires a high, uh, like it requires so much from me. Okay, my job, and I I get up. I barely have time to take care of myself, and I just go, and then I lost weight, and I got it back. That is really common. The problem there is, if you're not understanding first how all of this change in practice, I go again to that word, train and practice. If you're not understanding first how that is, and understanding that making changes for a better quality of life requires self love, and it is something that you keep for the rest of your life, right? You don't get into a diet and come back to your normal. That's why I don't like diets. A certain name, brand of diet out there. I only have to eat meat and a little bit tiny of fruits, right? No, hate carbohydrates. Your body needs balance. Not too much of that thing, not too much of the other. 50-50. And I know we struggle to be on the 50-50 percentage. But guess what? Practice and training can give it to you. So the other point that I have here is, let's talk about strategies to move forward. If you are stuck with that bad habit for so many years, and like I said, bad habits can be, you just get up, you're so disconnected, you get dressed, you go to work. Or you have your kids, you get your kids dressed, and you leave the house and you go to your work. And then you have this coworker that they're so unhealthy, and the boss ordered pizza, and you are so overweight and you're struggling with it, and you know that you shouldn't be eating it, but you brought nothing to work for like a good high quality protein snack or a healthy meal, right? Because that starts from connecting to yourself before you leave your house, because the temptations are in every single corner. Your friend's birthday is today, and everybody's going to meet at the restaurant in the evening, and then boom, you didn't even exercise, you barely made it with your water intake today, and then you get a lot of carbs in the evening, that cake because it's a birthday, and then your carbohydrates are so high, and guess what, you deal with insomnia at night. That is a mess. Okay, and that's what I'm here for you. That's why I'm here. I am here, whatever. Okay, so also I wrote here internal fear, and I touched that subject a little bit today. You must try to survive without it, without that thing, without that addiction. You must try to survive for, I don't know, an hour, 2 hours, half a day, and see how you feel. I will connect that to one of the strategies to break that addiction or bad habit, which is, I don't know, well, I know, you know what? I need to make changes in my life. And I know that weight loss is like, Jesus Christ, help me out. But I've been struggling with this since I had my kids. And guess what? I even have grandkids, and I never lost the weight that I got after I had my kids, and I even have grandkids now. What's going on? But I am aging. I feel weaker and this and that. But I have that bad habit of let's say not eating breakfast. And remember that we're connecting that I'm a personal trainer, massage therapist, and this is about health. Let's say, because to prevent disease, to help you accomplish your mobility to improve your mobility, you need to eat right. So let's talk about food. So, okay, that grandma has the habit that she gets up and she eats at noon. She goes to the store, she cleans at home, she calls a friend, um, and then by the time she knows it, like she barely had water, she got her medications, or maybe she got a little piece of bread and some coffee in the morning, right? But she didn't have about 35 grams of protein in the morning. She missed it. Oh, and then, yeah, let's say that she has lunch at noon, no problem. Oh, maybe she got it with the amount of protein that she needed, but she's lacking what? Fiber, because salads are so boring. But you start in the morning telling your brain, well, I can survive without it. It's okay. I go, go, go. At noon, I get lunch later. So, like I said, when you start in the morning, not connecting with yourself, it will be really hard noon time later on during the day to really make good decisions. And guess what? And not right, that's the bad habit of that person. I don't know who the person is. That's an example, right? And then um, that starts there. And then people that do not exercise. This is another example. Like if you wanna, you must try to survive without it. Right, without the habit of not cooking in the morning, not this and that. So I will say that the grandma, going back to the example, getting to the point, right? She has to say, okay, I understand we need protein and good fats. Let me just go ahead and scramble 2 eggs, and I have this organic or whatever piece of bread here, or I have a piece of sweet potato. Let me just try this morning. Whatever. That will play a big role because she started with the practice. And then I want to ask yourself, that's why I talk about mind and body connection. How did you feel when you did that? And you don't have to eat a huge plate in the morning. Just start with a little bit, and you will put in your body what your body needs to survive in a good way. And there are a lot of options out there. That is why I'm doing the cooking class every Monday starting in January at 12, to give you more ideas, more tips, healthy tips. Because I was there, I was passing the 200 pounds when I had my third kid, and now I'm about 150, and I increased my muscle mass. How did I do it? Just practicing what I'm telling you, right? But I never had that habit to skip breakfast. My bad habit was probably lacking sleep, working too hard, not stretching, or not exercising, not lifting weights, and doing like resistance training to increase muscle mass, because that is a key point there if you're trying to maintain your weight loss. And then another strategy for exercise is you want to try a little something, even going for a walk, which I do not recommend so much for you to go for a walk as a trainer. Oh, just walk, 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 because you're just using your lower body and you're not giving your joints the full mobility that it needs. Versus squatting can help you to increase the range of motion that your joints need, your knees, your ankle, Achilles tendon, and that's what will help you to prevent injuries or falls. This is what walking is. Squatting is doing all of this motion, right? It will make more sense, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? And then some experts in this muscle mass and exercise, etc., they recommend us to do more resistance training instead of walking, because walking can actually make your muscle mass go low. Just lower that muscle mass percentage, and you don't want that. You want the opposite. So even though we're not recommending so much walking, walking, walking all the time, because people think walking is just exercise, period. I don't need anything else. You want to start with a good habit, because still walking is going to help you with your circulation, will give some mobility to your lower body, but most of all, sending the oxygen to your brain and some circulation to your heart, right? But you want to try, let me just do it Monday and Tuesdays. You want to keep to that routine, even though of the challenges that you might have. Oh, Monday it was raining. Guess what? Guess what? If you have stairs inside the house, just go up and down. Even in your house, just walking around the house for 20 minutes. That's it. You don't even need to leave the house. You can walk inside the house in pajamas. But you need to put on the practice so that you can be trained over time, as well as understanding, most of all. Because if you focus on the, I have to break the bad habit, I have to break the addiction, and I need to put on the work, train, practice, I know that can be scary and you can be so fearful, but you need to understand the why. Why do I have to? What will happen if I don't? And also, how is the body created? Well, I have all these organs inside that they are constantly working. I have the skeleton system. I have, think about the systems of the body, the muscular system, the skeleton system, okay? All the digestive system, the circulatory system, the respiratory system, the urinary system, the reproductive system, the lymphatic system, the skin system, integumentary system. That is a lot that we had, that we were created with to be able to be a human being. But guess what? That body, my body changes, your body changes, your body goes, there is something inside called emotion in the brain that is so powerful, right? All the thinking or the memory that we have to keep with names and memories and you know but the beauty of this is we have the power to change that ugly, bad, hateful, whatever you want to name, habit, addiction that we have as a human being. Ask yourself, I was asking myself actually this morning, and I want you to ask yourself, why so many women out there or men, they get a six pack and they were overweight before? Those muscles are hidden there underneath, but they have to train, they have to contract over and over so that muscle full of fat can burn fat, okay? As you give that muscle good nutrition, and actually, let's just stop saying good nutrition and eat healthy. Let's say common sense. You need to eat a little bit of everything. Now, I'm not saying eat your cake, eat your sugar because you need a little bit of it. We know that is not good for you. Sugar addiction is a big problem, which is food addiction, right? We're not connected with that sugar, processed sugar, we're actually understanding it, how that works, how the body takes it. Well, as a massage therapist, I can tell you that when I massage the muscles, I can feel the fat under the muscles as a massage therapist. But I know what I'm talking about because I feel it, because I have the understanding, because I have the study, and because over the years, I have been practicing the same over and over and over. But understanding and thinking how the thing is created, it will make more sense for you to make a better decision. Why do, like, I have clients, would you like, after the massage that I give to them, would you like some hot tea to go? I'm not a tea person. I love tea because tea can give you the calmness that you might need during a high season of stress, especially now during winter time. There are so many flavors out there. Peppermint can help you to digest food better for the digestive system. So, hey, if you drank some peppermint tea after your meal, you're helping your digestive system to function better. And that is the idea, that you know what you're doing, even though you don't have to go to school for 2, 3, 4 years to really understand or get it or study. You know what I'm saying? Study it all. Okay. So let's focus more on practicing and training it. And fear, this is another point that I have. It is normal to be in fear. That is so normal. That is one of the emotions that we have, actually. We are created through emotions, but that is one of the emotions that we have. Fear. Even a kid can be in fear, right? Or falling because they are jumping in that bench and they are fearful that they're gonna fall. That is normal. Let me tell you, when I change my body composition, it feels weird because you have that big belly and you know bigger hips, and then you get so thin, and I'm like, I need my fat again back in my body. But remember that you understand and you know what you're doing, you know what you need, what your body needs. So even though it feels strange and you have that fear going on inside you, you know that there is a purpose. So that's your guide to change, to break the bad habit. There is a purpose behind it. So fear, what else can I say about fear? It is just so normal to be in fear. You will not accomplish anything if you do not just go for it, even though. Because if you don't, and this is not like the rocket science that, oh, finally somebody came and said. I mean, you have heard that this before probably. If you don't go for it, you will not see a result. If you don't go for it because you were in so much fear, you will not enjoy the blessing, the results that you'll get, the beautiful skinny body, hard muscles, strong body, better posture, better back, right? Less back pain, better mobility. All that is so good. Better digestive system. And let me tell you something. Once that I worked on my in my chronic inflammation, guess what? I barely have pain on my right ankle that I've been having for like about, I think it's like 2 years. And lately, I think it was last week that I thought, oh, my pain is disappearing. Why will it take me that long to heal my foot and my ankle? Well, because I was struggling with the same over and over, which was chronic inflammation. How do you put in your body chronic inflammation? Same thing, bad habits, not resting enough. But guess what? I've been resting. I have been pushing myself to go earlier to bed, and that is really helping me even with my first of all to rest my nervous system, and second with my hands as I do so many massages and I'm putting pressure in my joints, and that is not good for me. What is helping me to accomplish that, to decrease chronic inflammation? Even sleeping more deeper, dreaming during the night can make that change. But if you practice the bad habit of going to bed at midnight, I don't see you accomplishing it. I don't care if you're retired, if you can get up at mid morning. But guess what? If you go to sleep at midnight and you have to go to the doctor the next day. You have to get up early, or you have to meet friends, or you have to clean your house because you have company. You are interrupting your sleep, and that is not right. Okay, so let's do a little recap of what we talked about in the class today. And we started with the subject of how do you stop or break a bad habit or addiction. We reviewed last class. I recommend you to go to last class so you can listen to what I talked about regarding addiction, deep in knowing yourself. What is a bad habit? What is a bad addiction? You all know that. Even just being lazy, not wanting to do things, or even having too much procrastination, that is a bad habit. Because if you keep procrastinating since you were a teenager and you keep doing the same in these 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, you'll do the same thing over and over. So will you be able to accomplish anything doing that all the time? What do you think that stops you from making a better decision regarding a bad habit or addiction? So the strategies that I they can help you to move forward. One of them that is really powerful is you need to practice for one day to not do the bad habit or that bad addiction for, I don't know, half the day, a few hours. You need to practice it and then ask yourself questions. How did I feel? Did I survive a day? Oh, yeah, if I can keep going, let me try another one. Say your prayers. Connect with yourself. Why do you really want that thing to just go away? And then you have the internal fear. Fear is normal. Just get it in your head. Oh, it's normal to be in fear. When I did my first live stream here, I was just so lost. But now I am looking to the camera. I am seated here with my legs crossed during the entire class. By the way, my circulation is going bananas. And then I didn't have that confidence a few months ago. But how did I improve the confidence in being on the camera? It was from practice and training. I keep practicing, I keep training myself. And those two, they go like this, best friend, the bestest ones. So, okay, you guys, I hope that you learned something, whoever is right there on the back of this screen. So, just a reminder that I will be here next Wednesday at 8:30 in the morning. And in January, we'll do the class at 12 p.m. The healthy lifestyle class, that is the name of this class, healthy lifestyle class. And we also have a cooking class at 12 every Monday. We'll be cooking for about an hour because I think and I know that a lot of people struggle with, oh, I cook great today, tomorrow, after tomorrow, but on the fourth day I gave up because I ran out of ideas. And I have had clients saying that through their mouths. Okay, I have heard all kinds of things as a massage therapist and seeing thousands of people. So remember to share the class with your best friends. Remember, when you're listening to my class, to just write down that little thing that I said that was the key point for you, where you need to work on to help yourself to accomplish a better quality of life, better mobility in the entire body, help that insomnia, okay? Help your emotions. But most of all, and yeah, weight loss and increasing muscle mass, that is so important as we age. But most of all, being good about yourself. And I want you that if I have a program going on here, that you click on the video, do the exercise today, but make sure that you are trained and that you're practicing this and understanding, first of all, that these exercises, they have to be done over and over and over again, every other day, every 2 days a week. And you come and do it next week, and you're going to put more weight because you are increasing that strength in your body. That's why I'm doing these classes. I want you to understand the importance of exercise, but most of all, self-care overall, because it's not only exercise, everything is wrapping that exercise around the hydration, the stretches that I do. Um, do I love what I do in life, right? I have my kids. I have my sister that I do not talk to her since many years ago, for example, right? I have, that hate inside. If we don't break it, if we don't get it out, you will keep struggling with your body composition forever and ever. So, with that said, love was the word that came out of First John chapter 3, verse 16 on my Bible app today. That's the verse of the day. And I didn't have any comments. The audience today was really low. I think there is a person on the back of this screen. And thank you for being here. I hope to see you in the future. And I really hope that this class, like I said, are helping at least one person at a time. That's the purpose. That's the reason of the classes. So I will see you next time. Have a wonderful day. And do not miss my organic live streams that I do at home, cooking, cleaning, maybe here in my massage office, and then we'll talk about everything in life. But anyways, I'll see you next time. May you have a wonderful day. Bye bye.